Listening to Henry say these things, that strange feeling welled up again. Every word he said seemed to touch my heartstrings, making me flustered and unable to extricate myself. Samuel, I like you. I want to be with you. Would you like to be my boyfriend? Just as Henry finished saying this, I just looked up and locked eyes with him for a few seconds. I saw undisguised admiration in his eyes, the same as the way he looked at me under the stars that night. That was also the first time I saw his undisguised side. I knew he was waiting for an answer from me. I bit my lower lip tightly, but what came out of my mouth was, I don't know. As if Henry had expected my answer, he gently stroked my head and said, "It's okay. Can you answer me a few questions?" "Huh? What kind of questions?" I asked. Henry quickly asked the first question. "How did you feel when I kissed you?" I blurted out. "Ah? Which time are you talking about?" Henry said, "The most recent one." "Oh, it felt tingly. I almost got an erection, but I'd never say that." "You didn't reject it, right? You felt comfortable and liked it?" Henry asked 3 questions in a row. I thought for a while and said, "Sort of. Is your heart beating fast now?" Henry immediately asked. I glanced at him and said, Did you miss me when I wasn't in the dorm these days?" Henry walked closer to me and added, "Answer truthfully. Actually, I really wanted to say, why should I tell you whether I missed you or not? But what came out of my mouth was, I did. I'm doomed." Henry looked a bit nervous at the moment. He stared into my eyes and said, "Do you like me?" Although I've been avoiding the question of whether I like him or not these days, I actually know the answer in my heart already. The answer is, I do. After saying these 2 words, I looked at Henry more firmly and said resolutely, "I like you. Yes, I do like Henry. No matter how much I don't want to admit it, once you fall in love, there's nothing you can do about it." After confirming my feelings, I felt much more relaxed. And Henry put the roses aside and suddenly hugged me tightly. "So are we now in a romantic relationship?" Henry buried his face in the crook of my neck and asked in an uncertain tone. "Of course," I affirmed. Henry's current behavior felt like he was acting coquettishly, which I really wasn't used to. Henry moved his face away from the crook of my neck and then said, "Can we wear couple rings?" "Ah." Before I could be puzzled, Henry took out a velvet box from his pocket. After opening it, I saw 2 silver rings lying inside. The style and design clearly indicated they were couple rings. I twitched the corner of my mouth and poured cold water on him, saying, "Dude, we're at school and also roommates. Wearing couple rings would be too blatant." "I know, so I've also prepared necklaces without pendants. Just put the rings on the necklaces. The length of the necklaces is such that the rings won't be seen when wearing clothes." After saying that, Henry took out 2 necklaces. He really had everything ready, but with the roses and the rings, and the room decorated like this, it's so much like a proposal scene. "Samuel, I don't really feel real about this, so I want something to prove that we're lovers. Will you wear it? Okay?" Henry said in his alluring voice. After hesitating for a while, I was finally convinced. "Okay, then I'll wear it." After hearing my agreement, Henry quickly put the ring on my hand, and it fit perfectly. After a while, he also put on his ring. Looking at the couple rings on our hands, I was really happy. So this is what being in love feels like. It's not bad. Not long after the rings were put on, Henry hugged me tightly again. When I could hardly breathe, I struggled in Henry's arms and said, "Wait a minute, let go of me first. I have something for you." I hadn't given him his birthday present yet. Henry let go of me after a while and asked, "What is it? Open it and see for yourself." I directly put the present in Henry's hand. Henry quickly opened the present. When he saw a white shirt, he exclaimed excitedly, "Is this my birthday present from you?" I nodded and said, "Yes, Henry, happy birthday to you." After saying thank you to me, Henry asked, "Shall I put it on for you to see?" I glanced at him and said, "There's no hurry. You asked me so many questions just now. Now I also want to ask you a few questions. Henry said without hesitation. Go ahead and ask. So I began to ask. The first question. I already know that you were the one who reported Yaoi on my behalf. So, how did you find the social media account where I posted my works back then? And how did you obtain the evidence of my purchase of the materials? After I finished speaking, Henry was stunned for a moment. Just as he was about to speak, I quickly interrupted him. Wait until I've asked all my questions. Then you can answer them one by one. Okay, Henry replied. Next, I took a deep breath and asked two extremely embarrassing questions. The second question is, how many times have you secretly kissed me? And the third question, did you steal my underwear? After asking the latter two questions, I was so ashamed that I hardly dared to look at Henry. Damn it, it's him who's the pervert after all. After a moment of silence and seeing that Henry didn't respond, I urged, I've asked all my questions. Please answer quickly. Samuel. When did you realize it was me who reported? Henry said. I said, that's not important. Just answer my questions. Henry suddenly said seriously. Then can you promise me that no matter what, you won't break up with me? Without much thought, I said, okay. I found your social media account in the same way as I found out you were the psychologist, using some professional knowledge. Henry paused for a moment and then said, but if I hadn't known in advance that you had this secondary account, I wouldn't have been able to present the evidence so promptly. I asked in confusion, known in advance? Henry said, well, I've known about that account of yours for a long time. Samuel, it's my fault. I used to have the habit of checking your social media accounts, but now I've changed and I won't do such a thing anymore. This answer was different from what I had expected. Although I'd known for a long time that Henry was indeed a pervert, I never thought it could be like this. Samuel, are you angry? Henry looked at me anxiously. I thought carefully. I wasn't angry. After all, it wasn't the first time I'd known that Henry was a pervert. I was just a bit surprised. I rolled my eyes and said no. Just don't do it again in the future. Definitely not. Henry affirmed. So, did you find out my material purchase records in the same way? I continued to press. Henry shook his head and said, no. Actually, it's quite a coincidence. You used a material I created at that time so I could see the purchase records. What a coincidence. Come to think of it, why does Henry seem to be good at everything? Then why didn't you tell me when you helped me so much at that time? I asked in confusion. Henry said I was afraid it would scare you. As long as you're okay, that's all that matters. Try to imagine. If I had known Henry was the one who helped me at that time, regardless of whether I'd be scared or not, I would definitely have been very grateful to him. Anyway, I really want to thank you for your help at that time. Without you, I would have been so frustrated. I said sincerely. Henry was stunned for a moment and said, well, I'm glad I could help. After clarifying the first question, I started to press for an answer to the next one. What about the second question? Does it include the time during the truth or dare game? I thought for a moment and said, anyway, all the kisses count. After getting my calculation criteria, Henry said, then sit a little closer to me and I'll tell you the answer. What's he up to? So mysterious. However, I didn't think much about it and just moved a little closer to Henry. I just didn't expect that as soon as I moved, Henry leaned over and kissed my lips. Before I could react, he quickly pulled away, leaving only the lingering warmth on my lips. 15 times. The sneaky kiss thief, Henry said. What? There were 2 times during the power outage and the truth or dare game, 8 times in the tent. Then in the cinema, the kid only told me you stole kisses, but I don't know how many times. Are the remaining 5 times from here? I started to calculate precisely on my own. So the kid snitched on me at that time. But I only stole 1 kiss from you in the cinema. Henry looked at me meaningfully. I was confused. Then what about the remaining 4 times? Could it be the night I stayed at your place? Henry said, I kissed you 3 times that night. I knew he wouldn't be that well behaved that night. Sure enough, he went for my lips. Then what about the other time? I racked my brains to recall. Unexpectedly, Henry took advantage of my inattention and stole a kiss on my lips again, saying, now it's 16 times. Ah! I was stunned. Why did the number increase again? Later, Henry kissed me on the lips 3 times in a row and reported the number each time. 17 times. It's 18 times. Now it's 19 times. By now, I finally understood. Are you trying to break the record here? This despicable guy. I quickly gave him a push and said, "You're playing with me." Henry clung to me and said, "Samuel is so cute. I can't help it. Can I kiss you again?" I flatly refused, "No. You should answer the last question quickly." "All right." Henry showed a disappointed expression. Then he paused for a moment and said, "I did steal your underwear. I knew it was you. What on earth did you do with my underwear?" I said angrily. Henry looked at me deeply and said in a solemn voice, "Do you really want to know what I did with them?" Being told this by him, I immediately lost my confidence. I puffed out my cheeks, struggled in my heart for a while, and then said, "Forget it. I don't care what you use them for. Just return the remaining 2 pairs of my underwear to me. How about I give you new ones?" Henry said as he hugged me tightly and kissed me again before I could react. This kissing maniac. I hesitated for a while. It was really unnecessary to get those 2 pairs of underwear back. They must have been maltreated by Henry. So I agreed. Then Henry also changed into the shirt to show me. Sure enough, I have excellent taste. Henry looked incredibly handsome in it. Just as I was indulging in his good looks, Henry asked me, "Samuel, how did you know my size?" Without much thought, I said, "Oh, I asked Henry. He has a similar build to you." "Similar?" Henry paused for a moment and then said inexplicably, "No, I have a better build than him. Do you want me to take off my clothes to show you?" I twitched the corners of my mouth. No need at all. It's not like I haven't seen it before. After that day, Henry and I secretly started dating, keeping it from the other dorm mates. Actually, I've never been in a relationship even when I identified as straight. So, I don't know if what's going on between Henry and me now is normal. Since we confirmed our relationship, Henry tries every means to kiss me every morning. Once, he almost got caught by Henry. He also insists that I have lunch with him. After lunch, he dragged me to the Grove and kissed me passionately. That's not enough. As soon as the lights go out at night, he has to find a place to kiss me for over 20 minutes, saying it's a good night kiss. The most annoying thing was last night. He was taking a shower in the bathroom and said his pants were caught by a thread and he couldn't take them off. He asked me to go in and help him. I didn't think much and went in. As a result, this naked man pinned me against the wall and kissed me without saying a word. His hands were also very restless, constantly touching my waist. I was so angry that I kicked him several times before escaping from the bathroom. There are many such things, and my lips have been swollen these days. Moreover, I'm really afraid of being discovered by the other dorm mates when we secretly kiss in the dorm. Therefore, I decided to take action to change the current situation. It's Saturday today. Henry and I have been out having fun since morning. We went to a robot experience center, a cinema, an arcade, etc. We really had a great time. After dinner in the evening, Henry took me to his apartment. While entering the door password, he told me that the password was the day we confirmed our relationship. I was stunned for a moment and said, I don't come here often. Why are you telling me this? Henry, I just want you to know. After the door opened, as soon as I stepped in, Henry pinned me against the door. This just closed the door. Then he put his arm around my waist, lowered his head and eagerly sought my lips and kissed me. I was kissed speechless and could only make such a sound. Soon, Henry's tongue slipped in. He explored every corner of my mouth, making me almost lose my senses. I quickly pushed his shoulder with my hand, then turned my head to the side, gasping and saying, "Don't be in such a hurry. I'm not saying I won't let you kiss me. Why the rush? I'm really eager. You didn't let me kiss you outside today. Can't I have a good kiss with you now?" Henry said seriously. I said anxiously, "But you kiss me every day. My lips are swollen from your kisses and they still hurt a bit." "Does it hurt? I'll put some medicine on it for you," Henry said immediately. "No. It'll be fine if you don't kiss me. Who would apply medicine because they've been kissed too much? Do you really not want me to kiss you? Didn't you say my kisses are great?" Henry said in a somewhat aggrieved tone, although his face still looked the same, expressionless. "I didn't say I won't let you kiss me. Well, from now on, you can only kiss me for 5 minutes a day. Or 10 minutes every 2 days. I tried to negotiate with Henry. But I didn't expect that after a minute of silence, Henry said, "Actually, besides kissing, we can do other things." I looked at him in confusion. What things? Henry didn't answer right away. Instead, he picked me up. I was so scared that I slapped his shoulder with my hand and said, "What are you doing? Put me down quickly." But Henry remained unmoved. In this position, he carried me to his bedroom and gently laid me on his bed. I had only been sitting on the bed for a short while when I heard Henry's voice above me. He said in a deep voice, "Besides kissing, we can also have sex." I suddenly looked up. After seeing Henry's face, I realized he was answering the question I asked just now. Without even thinking, I directly refused. No, I won't do it. After hearing what I said, Henry immediately sat down next to me. He looked at my face and said forcefully, "What kind of couple doesn't have sex?" I also looked at him. Damn it. How could this cold-faced guy always have such awful thoughts in his head? After looking at him like this for a while, I said in a somewhat soft tone, "Then, let's be that kind of couple who doesn't have sex." After saying this, I imagined that Henry would listen to me as he did before and say those sweet words, "Okay, I'll listen to the doctor." But I didn't expect that Henry looked extremely shocked. Frowning, he said to me, "Are you afraid that I'm not good at it? Although I have no experience, I've studied all kinds of materials. With my learning ability, I should be able to make you feel really good." I was so angry that my face turned red. What a bastard. What kind of thought process is this? It's not because of that. I don't have any experience either. Okay. It's just, we've only been together for a short time. It just feels strange for two guys to do that kind of thing. It was really strange. The last time Henry kissed me and I had a physical reaction, I couldn't help but question my life. Henry just paused for a moment. Then he leaned close to my ear and coaxed. "So you mean you'll gradually accept it, right?" He was so close, and his tone was so gentle that my heart was pounding like a drum, and I couldn't help but soften. Seduced by him, I nodded and said, "Well, let's talk about that later." Thinking carefully, it does seem a bit strange for lovers not to do that kind of thing, but I just can't accept it right now. After hearing that, Henry kissed my face and said, "Samuel is the most obedient." Only then did I realize that I'd been trapped by Henry again. "Wait, then you should also listen to me about the matter of only kissing for 5 minutes a day, right?" I said righteously. Henry said, "Now sex is not allowed and even kissing has to be restricted? Samuel, you can't be so naughty." I immediately protested. "Where am I naughty? It's clearly you who have been acting recklessly like a madman recently." Finally, after some discussion between us, the conclusion we reached was kissing for a maximum of 15 minutes a day for 1 week. We'll discuss it again after 1 week. Later, Henry still wanted to keep me overnight, but I didn't agree and left around 11 o'clock. And Henry also went back to school with me. Nearly no one was in the campus near the early morning. I walked side by side with Henry on the tree-lined path. The dim yellow street lights shone on us. I secretly turned to take a look at Henry. The profile of his face, which looked like a sculpture, instantly made my heart flutter. When did he become so handsome? In the quiet campus, I could only hear my own pounding heartbeat. In this kind of indescribable atmosphere, our hands accidentally touched each other. Henry took my hand on the spot. Although I felt embarrassed, I thought that since there was no one around, it would be okay to hold hands like this. However, just then, a loud male voice came from behind. "Hey, Samuel, Henry, you are still taking a walk so late?" This voice pierced through the whole campus and reached my ears, scaring me so much that I immediately shook off Henry's hand. I ignored my somewhat aggrieved boyfriend and quickly turned around to look behind. I found that the person coming was Jacob. "It's not a walk. I just bumped into Henry on the way and came back together." I lied casually. Henry nodded in a very cooperative manner. "Oh, I thought so. I saw you over there just now. I thought it was two young lovers taking a walk. It's my misunderstanding." Jacob burst into laughter. Fortunately, the person who saw us was the careless Jacob. Otherwise, Henry and I would definitely be exposed. On Monday afternoon, there was a class combined with Henry's class. Luke and I came to the classroom very early and chose a good seat by the window to sit on. When Henry came to the classroom, I quickly waved to say hello to him. At first, he still raised the corner of his mouth when he saw me. Unexpectedly, when his sight glanced at the side of me, his face sank again. "What's going on?" Before I could be puzzled, Henry quickly walked to our row. But unexpectedly, he didn't talk to me first. Instead, he seemed to say something to Luke, and then Luke gave up his seat for Henry to sit. I frowned and asked Henry, who was sitting next to me at the moment, "What did you say to my classmate?" Unexpectedly, just as I finished speaking, the class bell rang and the professor began to give a lecture. There was no way Out of strong curiosity, I quickly picked up my phone and secretly sent a message to Henry. Samuel, beep beep beep, chat here? After sending the message, I nudged Henry's arm with my elbow and motioned him to look at the phone with my eyes. Henry took out his phone with a solemn face. I watched him unlock it, open line, and slowly type with his long and slender fingers. Then I received a message from him. Henry, I told the guy I had something to talk to you about and he stepped aside. I don't like seeing you getting so close to him. He touched your hair last time. So, this guy has been jealous all this time? Can he still remember that he touched your hair just once until now? Samuel, what are you thinking about? I'm just an ordinary classmate with him. Are you even jealous about this? Henry, then I want you to prove that I'm different from others. Samuel, how can I prove it? Henry, for example, what things can only I do to you and others can't? Samuel, kissing. Henry, you can't kiss in the classroom. I want something that can be proven right now. This man is so difficult to deal with. I thought carefully for a while, then slowly typed this line on my phone. Samuel, you can touch my thigh now. After sending this message, the guy beside me gasped. Actually, I regretted it soon after sending it. Damn it. What on earth was I thinking just now? While there was still a chance to make up for it, I quickly added another sentence. Samuel, of course, this is just a joke. You don't believe it, do you? Henry, well, I believe it. What a naive gay. Samuel, anyway, I can't think of anything that can be proven in the classroom. Classmate 1, how about we focus on the class? To prove my determination to attend the class, I put my phone screen down on the desk, then looked up at the blackboard. There was no movement from Henry all the time. It wasn't until I was about to use my pen to mark a key point that my right hand was suddenly grabbed. I was stunned for a moment and saw Henry holding my hand and moving it under the desk. Then he slowly slid down along my wrist to my palm and intertwined our fingers. Henry leaned over slightly and whispered in my ear, only I can do this to you. Looking at our tightly clasped hands under the table, my cheeks couldn't help but flush. So this is the thing that can be proven in the classroom. I had no idea what was taught in the last part of that class. My mind was completely occupied by the person beside me. Love really makes people crazy. After class, I walked back to the dormitory with Henry. On the way, we met William carrying a painting board. As soon as he saw us, he frowned and said in a strange tone, Samuel, Henry, why have you been staying together so often recently? This is a good question. I casually replied, no, we just happened to have the same class and came back on the same way. And that guy Henry actually spoke at the same time as me, but what he said was, yes, we even went out to play on the weekend and didn't come back until midnight. Dude, just calm down. After hearing that, William didn't seem to care much about what Henry said. He immediately ran to my side and said in a coquettish tone, Samuel, let's go out for dinner later. It's been a long time since we last had dinner together. Without much thought, I directly agreed, okay? After we got back to the dormitory and put down our things, we went to a small restaurant outside to have dinner. However, Henry also came along. With Henry joining us, even the usually lively and talkative William became silent. He whispered in my ear several times, Henry is so serious. I don't even dare to speak. If it were in the past, I would have thought so too. But after getting to know Henry for a long time, I found that this guy is actually not that serious. Sometimes he is even quite childish. After dinner, we were originally going back to the dormitory together, but William met his classmate on the way and separated from us. As soon as William left, Henry, who had been silent all the time, said, Samuel, how about we move out and live somewhere else? His words almost made me stumble. Without even thinking, I refused, no way. I'm living quite well in the dormitory. Why should I move out? Is that so? I thought you'd like to live with me. Henry sounded a bit sad. His reaction made me less firm. I don't really want to move now. Let's talk about it next semester. After hearing that, Henry said gently, okay, I'll follow your decision. I somehow feel like I've fallen into a trap again. That night before going to bed, there was suddenly a message reminder on the anonymous forum. I clicked on it and, as expected, it was from Sky. Sky, the doctor, he let me touch his thigh today. What does this mean? Is he seducing me? I twitched the corner of my mouth. I knew Henry wouldn't let this matter go so easily. Psychologist, what seduction? I've already said it was just a joke. Sky, he was still wearing that pair of white shorts I liked the most today. His two fair legs were dangling under the table. Is he doing this on purpose? Doctor, why are you being so different now? Didn't you used to say you'd help me? Fine, he's really getting into the act. I took a look at Henry on the opposite bed and suddenly had a good idea in my mind. Psychologist, then I'll help you. After sending this message, I turned over on the bed, then put my hand on my own leg, turned on the camera function of my phone, took a photo of my thigh and sent it to Henry. I've helped you touch the thigh. Are you satisfied? Sky, you're still wearing pants. Psychologist, who sleeps without pants on? All right, stop chatting. I'm going to sleep. When I say I'm going to sleep, I really do. Not long after putting down my phone, I fell into a dream. Recently, I've always dreamed of Henry, and tonight was no exception. Since he mentioned living together this evening, in the dream, we were actually living together sweetly. In the picture, he was wearing an apron and making breakfast for me while I was sitting on the sofa with my legs crossed, watching TV. I just don't know why the Henry who was supposed to be cooking suddenly ran over and said he wanted to touch my leg, and then I was scared awake. After waking up, I saw a big bulge in the middle of my quilt, and I always felt something pressing on my leg. Out of curiosity, I took out my phone, turned on the flashlight, and pulled open the air-conditioned quilt. Then I saw Henry lying between my legs. What on earth is he doing? Suddenly having an extra person in the quilt was scarier than the dream I just had. When I just turned on my phone, I also checked the time. It was a little past 2 in the morning. What kind of strange move is this from Henry? Why did he climb into my bed in the middle of the night? Seeing that his deed was exposed, Henry looked at me with his expressionless face and whispered, "Do you believe me if I say I was sleepwalking?" "I don't believe a word you say." I quickly pushed his head and whispered even softer than him, "Get off quickly. If you wake someone else up, we're done for." "No, I haven't touched your leg yet," Henry said stubbornly. As he said this, I noticed that he had even pulled up my bed curtain, which I rarely used. It was obvious that he came prepared. Is he really that eager to touch my leg? After thinking for 3 seconds, I softened and whispered in a mosquito-like voice, "Then touch it quickly and leave right after." Henry said in a slightly skeptical tone, "Really? If you don't believe me, forget it. I'm not going to spoil him." This time, Henry didn't hesitate. He yanked off my sleep pants, exposing my thighs directly to the air. This action left me stunned. "I meant through the pants," I said in shame and annoyance, trying to push his head away with my hands, but I couldn't push him away no matter how hard I tried. I was pushing vigorously when suddenly Jacob in the next bed coughed. I was so startled that I froze immediately and let Henry take liberties with me. After all, the other roommates are here. If they are woken up, it will be terrible. Henry must know this, which is why he dares to act so wantonly. How insidious he is. Out of anger, I could only gently kick the quilt with my foot to show my protest. Just like this, Henry kissed and groped me, and he used a lot of strength. There were marks on my 2 legs from his pinching. Afraid of making a sound, I covered my mouth with one hand and covered my crotch with the other, because I felt that I was about to have a reaction down there. I mustn't let him find out. After about 10 minutes, I couldn't stand it anymore and whispered urgently, "That's enough. Go away quickly." Henry didn't reply. He stared fixedly at the place I was covering with my hand and said softly, "Let me help you." How did he find out? I covered it so tightly. I immediately denied it and stubbornly said, "No, you're talking nonsense." "Then move your hand away," Henry said forcefully. After he said that, he lowered his head and got busy. In the quiet dormitory, the other roommates were sleeping soundly. Only on my bed did there come the ambiguous rustling sound from time to time. Afraid that my voice would wake up the roommates, I had to keep covering my mouth. But the more I thought about it, the angrier I got. How could I let Henry act so wantonly? So I gave Henry a hard kick and successfully kicked him to the side. Fortunately, he held onto the bed rail with his hand and didn't fall onto Jacob's bed. Otherwise, it would have been hard to deal with such a big commotion. While Henry was in a daze, I quickly got dressed and drove him out of the bed. Then we went to the bathroom one after another to clean up. After all, it was the middle of the night. I couldn't settle the score with Henry now. It was more important to clean up the mess first. In the bathroom, I never gave Henry a good look. Just as I picked up the shower head and was about to rinse myself down there, I found that Henry was staring at me with wet eyes, looking very pitiful. Then I looked down. Goodness, his pants were almost bursting. Seeing this, I quickly turned my head and pretended not to see. "Samuel!" Henry called my name from behind. "I'm very angry now and don't want to talk to you," I said crossly. "Well, then I'll take care of it myself," Henry said like this. After I washed and hung up the dirty sheets and clothes, I carefully climbed back into bed and recalled what had just happened. Later, I fell asleep as I was thinking about it. In the end, I didn't know how long Henry had been at it inside. After getting up and finishing washing the next day, I wrote a 3,000-word essay in a hurry, with every word accusing Henry of his indecent behavior last night. After finishing writing, I slapped the paper on Henry's desk. Then, under his slightly stunned gaze, I gritted my teeth and said, "Remember to read it." After saying that, I turned around and walked out of the dormitory to go to class. During the first class, Henry sent me a line message. "Henry, Samuel, I've read it carefully. Let's talk face to face after your class." There was only one class in the morning. As soon as the class was over, I saw Henry waiting at the classroom door. I have to say that Henry stands out in the crowd. He is tall and handsome. However, I just can't stand this handsome guy right now. Whenever I think of his actions last night, I get so angry that my face flushes and my heart races. Henry took me to the grove where we often got intimate. There was no one around now, which was just right for us to talk. After we were silent for a while, Henry said, "Samuel, are you angry? What do you think?" I said sarcastically, "Why? You agreed to me touching your leg, and it was you who brought it up first. I was just following your words." Henry argued reasonably. Just as I was about to open my mouth to refute, he added, "Helping you with that is quite normal between lovers. Unlike you, you just remained indifferent when you saw I was about to burst." The more Henry talked, the more resentful his tone became. Who is he trying to show this resentful husband look to? I blushed with shame. Shameless. After throwing out this sentence, I wanted to make a getaway. Unexpectedly, Henry grabbed my hand. He pinned me against the tree, leaned down and whispered seductively in my ear, "Samuel, don't you really want to do it with me?" Hearing his words, my whole body trembled slightly. A strange feeling welled up in my heart. After thinking for a while, I insisted, I don't want to, Before I could finish my sentence, Henry leaned in and kissed me passionately on the lips. The kiss crazy guy is really scary. Since that day, I've started to act a bit strange. I've been having desires every now and then. It wasn't that frequent before. Every time I could only hide in the toilet and take care of it myself. Once, Henry caught me red-handed. Without saying a word, he rushed in and helped me. Although I was extremely ashamed, I have to admit it felt really good. Because of my acquiescence, Henry became even more unscrupulous later on. 2 weeks later, on a Saturday night, I was sitting at Henry's place, enjoying the dinner he cooked. I have to say, this guy is really good at cooking. Every time I eat his dishes, I feel so lucky to have a boyfriend. After a full meal, Henry went to the kitchen to do the dishes, while I sat on the living room sofa watching variety shows. This variety show was performing the truth or dare game. When Henry finished washing the dishes, I suddenly remembered a question and asked him, "By the way, I've always forgotten to ask, did you sit at the next table on purpose during that truth or dare game?" Henry was stunned for a moment, then sat down next to me. With a straight face, he said seriously, "Yes, I did it on purpose. I knew it. I picked up a cookie from the coffee table, ate it and said, 'There were so many people at the next table. If I didn't kiss you, wouldn't your sitting there have been in vain?' Since my mouth was full, my words were a bit slurred. You wouldn't have had the chance to kiss anyone else. I would have grabbed you first." As Henry said this, he picked me up, then kissed me on the mouth where I was biting the cookie, and continued, "Kiss you like this." I quickly wriggled out of his arms. "Then I definitely would have punched you. Would you really be willing to?" Henry looked at me with that plaintive look again. I was momentarily at a loss for words. Looking at his expression, I couldn't bring myself to say anything harsh, so I softened my tone. "I can't bear to do it now, but it was different back then." Yes, it was different. Henry nodded and added, "Back then you were the well-known #1 senior psychologist in City A. You're bringing that up again." I got angry. Okay, I won't tease you anymore. So, you found out that I like you by looking at the browsing history on my computer before, right? Henry asked. I blinked my eyes. I didn't expect Henry to suddenly bring this up. After all, it wasn't honorable to peek at someone's browsing history. I said a bit shyly, yes, but I didn't do it on purpose. I was using your computer to look up some information at that time. Then the webpage suddenly closed. I reopened it and found the record. Henry asked, how did you feel at that time? I said directly, of course I was shocked. I thought you were so perverted. Actually, before that, I already suspected that you were the one who stole a kiss from me. Later, when I saw that kind of record, I was sure it was you. I said while recalling. Actually, your acceptance ability is quite strong. You immediately took on the role of a psychologist to comfort me. Henry gently pinched my right cheek and said so. There you go again. I'm ignoring you. I'm going to take a shower. I stood up angrily and walked towards Henry's bedroom. Since I started dating Henry, he has bought me quite a few clothes and put them in the closet of his apartment. Besides daily clothes, there are also pajamas and so on. I know his intention is to make me stay overnight, but every time I go back to the dormitory after taking a shower and don't let him succeed. I picked up my clothes and was about to enter the bathroom when my phone popped up a message. I glanced at the screen. Doing this among boys is so comfortable. 100 ways to make the bottom ecstatic. Click to view the detailed content. That's right. After being tormented by Henry in the dorm last time, I got a bit curious and secretly looked up some information online. Based on my search history, the browser then pushed this kind of content to me. Although I thought I should go take a shower at this time, I couldn't suppress my inner curiosity and still clicked into the webpage. As it turned out, I didn't know what I was in for until I took a look. The content was so pornographic that it almost blinded my eyes. I was so scared that I immediately threw my phone aside and rushed to the bathroom in a hurry. I blushed and felt hot all over while taking this shower. All I could think about was, would it really be as pleasurable as what I just saw? With such a feeling of both shame and curiosity, I finished taking the shower. As soon as I stepped out of the bathroom, I saw Henry sitting on the bed, holding my phone in his right hand and looking at me seriously. My heart skipped a beat. What was he doing with my phone? Just as I was about to confront him, Henry suddenly stood up and walked in front of me. Then he showed me the screen of my phone, which obviously displayed the webpage I had just browsed. This was a disaster. Before I could react, Henry said, Samuel, instead of looking at these materials, let's have some practical experience. I was so shocked that my pupils dilated. I stammered nervously, what practical experience? I don't understand what you're talking about. I'm going back to school. After saying that, I was about to make a run for it. Immediately, Henry wrapped his arms around my waist. I struggled a little, but it was obviously in vain. Henry quickly put me on the bed. He propped his two hands on either side of me, pinning me down. There was no way to escape now. Samuel, if you didn't want it, why would you be looking at 100 ways to make a bottom feel ecstatic? Henry looked at me, his expression extremely serious. Damn it. Those stupid system push notifications have ruined me. Now I can't even explain myself. After hesitating for a while, I looked up at Henry and said, I didn't look. Maybe I accidentally clicked on it, Before I could finish my excuse, Henry pressed me under him and lowered his head to cover my mouth. This kiss of his was much more impatient than usual. He sucked on my tongue for a long time as if he wanted to devour me, but I'm not some delicious thing. Samuel, let's do it. Please. After kissing me for a long time, Henry finally let go of my mouth. Pressing on me, he said in a hoarse voice. My lips were numb from Henry's kisses. Taking this chance to catch my breath, I just gasped for air. Seeing that I ignored him, Henry licked my cheek with his tongue while whispering softly, Samuel. You're so cute. I really want to eat you up. I knew it. This man really wants to eat me. Looking at Henry at this moment, I was a bit moved. I hesitated and said, but I still have to go back to school later. It's Saturday today. It's okay not to go back to school, Henry coaxed me patiently. Our bodies were pressed against each other. Although Henry seemed calm on the surface, I could feel his erection move in his pants, which really scared me. After a long mental struggle, I finally stammered to him, Then you go take a shower first. After hearing that, Henry blinked his eyes, was stunned for a few seconds, then showed an expression of sudden realization and said, okay. Although Henry replied with an okay, he kept looking back at me when he was getting clothes from the wardrobe, looking completely incredulous. When he stepped into the bathroom, he even said to me, Samuel, you won't sneak away while I'm taking a shower, will you? I was furious. If I sneak away, I'll be a puppy. Are you satisfied now? Seeing me make such a bold statement, Henry went into the bathroom with peace of mind. Actually, I really did want to sneak away. It's really bad. I actually agreed just like that. I can only say that Henry is really good at it. After he pressed me and gave me a kiss, I softened my heart. There's no turning back now. I can only quickly cram some knowledge about sex. Then I turned on my phone to do some last-minute studying. Just when I was getting to the crucial part, I heard Henry's voice from above, "Samuel, I'm done showering." Hearing the sound, I looked up and saw that Henry was only wrapped in a bath towel around his lower body, and his upper body was actually completely naked. Because he had just taken a shower, there were still droplets on his body, slowly sliding down his strong muscles and into the bath towel below. I was slightly stunned for a few seconds. I only felt my cheeks burning and I didn't know where to look. I said a bit excitedly, "Why did you come out without getting dressed?" Henry was stunned for a moment. He squatted down in front of me, took my hand, and said, "Samuel, are you nervous?" I immediately turned my face away and stubbornly said, "No, I'm not. There's nothing to be nervous about." "Then are you ready?" Henry asked seriously. I nervously swallowed my saliva and stammered, "I'm ready, Before I could finish speaking, Henry suddenly put his hand on my waist and then directly pulled my clothes up and took them off. "Do you have to be in such a hurry?" Then Henry scrutinized my body with a very explicit look, making me a bit uncomfortable, and I unconsciously put my hands in front of my chest to cover myself. "Stop looking at me," I said anxiously. "What's wrong with me looking at my boyfriend?" Henry said seriously. Henry hugged me and gave me a passionate kiss, then he reached out and took out a small bottle from the side. Frowning, I asked him, "What's this?" "Lubricant," Henry said seriously. Henry threatened to make me feel good in 100 ways according to what was on the webpage, which scared me so much that I didn't dare to say a word and could only obediently cooperate with him. I tightly grasped his strong back with my hands, and intermittent cries escaped from my mouth. I've climaxed twice, but this guy still hasn't finished once. Next, the room was filled only with ambiguous moans and slapping sounds. I woke up to the notification sound of my phone the next morning. After my consciousness cleared a bit, I felt as if my whole body was falling apart. I was extremely tired and sore, especially in certain areas. Henry kept going until the early hours of the morning last night. I can't even remember how many times he did it. My consciousness was a bit fuzzy in the second half of the night. I only knew that I fainted in the end. In the morning, he first hugged me and we took a shower and brushed our teeth together. He also changed the sheets and quilt covers. Then, as if nothing had happened, he went to the kitchen to cook. He looked radiant and refreshed. Unlike me, I was so tired that I just lay in bed to recover and didn't even want to move. I felt that there wasn't a single part of my body that wasn't in pain. When I was taking a shower in the bathroom just now, I found hickeys all over my body. Why is this guy like a dog, biting everywhere? However, I didn't expect that I really had sex with Henry. How should I put it? It wasn't bad. Weren't too bad either. It's just that it lasted too long and I was a bit exhausted. "Samuel, what are you smiling about? You seem so happy." Henry walked in with 2 bowls of noodles. I immediately pulled down the corners of my mouth a little and said, "Nothing." "Are you done?" "Yes, I was afraid you'd be hungry, so I cooked some egg noodles first. It's quicker. If you're still not full later, I'll make something delicious for you," Henry said slowly. After smelling the aroma of the food, I couldn't lie in bed anymore. I immediately sat up and reached out to take a bowl of noodles from Henry's tray. Just as I was about to start eating, I remembered that it wasn't polite to eat in bed, so I was about to get out of bed. However, Henry stopped me and said, "It's okay. Just eat in bed." Me, okay then. After getting his permission, I ate the noodles in big mouthfuls in bed. Henry was also very considerate and placed a small table on the bed for me to put the bowl on, which was more convenient. I was really starving, so I quickly finished a big bowl of noodles, soup and all. After I put down the empty bowl and let out a belch, Henry said, "I still have some. Have some more." After he said that, he moved his bowl of noodles in front of me. Seeing this, I shook my head and said, "No, thanks. I'm full." "You eat quickly." Henry replied, "Okay." By the time Henry finished eating and tidied up, it was already noon. We didn't do anything. We just stayed in bed. My back was against his and he put his arms around me, rubbing his chin against my hair. Everything was so cozy. "How do you feel, Samuel?" Henry said as he rubbed my belly with his hand. I was confused. "Huh? How'd I feel about what? How did it feel to have sex with me?" Henry asked bluntly. Was he going to go over the details with me? I paused for a moment, wriggled uncomfortably on Henry, and honestly said, "Oh, it was okay. Then how about we do it every day from now on?" Henry said. I was shocked. Every day? What are you thinking? We have classes tomorrow. Huh? Aren't you going to ask for leave tomorrow? There was a hint of confusion in Henry's tone. What? Why should I ask for leave? I was even more puzzled. I wasn't so worn out that I couldn't get out of bed tomorrow. Don't you notice that your lips are swollen? And there are hickeys all over your body. You can cover the others with clothes, but you can't hide the ones on your neck, Henry analyzed. Of course, I noticed this, but I didn't think much about it just now. Henry even dared to mention this. My lips were swollen because he kept making me do that last night. Besides, he clearly knew that it's too hot to wear turtlenecks this season, yet he still sucked on my neck. How hateful. And he bit so hard that it would probably take a few days for the hickeys to fade. After thinking about it, I finally said, then I'll ask for 2 days off. Originally, I thought I'd be staying alone at Henry's place during these 2 days off. After all, I didn't leave any hickeys on his neck. But Henry said he'd accompany me and also asked for 2 days off. It's inevitable for two young men who have just tasted sex to get carried away when they're together. Especially that bastard Henry. He's really not being polite at all now. Seeing me playing games, he didn't say a word and just took out his thing and started having sex with me. My comment on this is just 2 words, brute. And he said that it would be faster for 2 people to take a bath together. As a result, we stayed in the bathroom for 3 hours. I don't need to say what we did, right? There are many such things. Henry is no longer a human being now, but a horny animal. That's why, although we originally only asked for 2 days off, we finally asked for a full week. During this week, we spent more time without clothes on than with them on. After all, we were either having sex or on the way to have sex. Come to think of it, did that guy Henry plan all this long ago? That afternoon on the weekend, I went back to the dormitory first. I told Henry to go back tomorrow. Since we had both been absent for a week, it would be a bit strange if we showed up together again. After I got back to the dormitory, I fooled my roommates with a pre-made excuse. They believed me quickly. That kid William even said that he missed me a lot. After the lights went out in the dormitory that night, Henry sent me another message. But I didn't rush to open it. Instead, I opened a certain gay forum and posted a thread. The title of the thread was, "What should I do if my boyfriend has a too strong sex drive?" Based on previous experience, I didn't say a single redundant word this time. The title was the question, concise and to the point. In this way, no one should be able to recognize me, right? While waiting for a reply, I first opened Line to see what Henry had just sent. Henry Samuel, you didn't fasten your buttons properly again. Fasten the top 2 buttons. I frowned. This guy had been pestering me to send him a selfie just now, and I just took one for him casually. I didn't expect him to start something again. Samuel, what are you afraid of? There are no hickeys here. The hickeys that Henry left on me at the beginning had long since disappeared. Later, I asked him not to bite in obvious places. Henry, you'll be exposed to others. I used to peek at you through your collar when you squatted down. Samuel, no one else but you will look at this. Although I replied like this after he said that, I unconsciously fastened the buttons of my pajamas. Henry, who says so? I was turned gay by you. You're so cute. You should still be more careful in normal times. Samuel, well, I was also turned gay by you. You should also be more careful. Then I chatted with Henry for a few more sentences. Later, I switched to the forum. By this time, there were already more than a dozen replies. The replies are all filler posts and have no substance. Just when I was about to close the forum, there came a new reply. Fortunately, this time it was from a serious poster. Floor 17, actually, the OP can discuss it with your boyfriend. For example, you can only do it a few times a week. Just act coquettishly more often and he will definitely listen to you. Well, what this person said makes sense. I'll give it a try in a few days. However, before I could showcase my superb coquette skills, it was the dreaded final exam month. In order to get good final grades, I made a 3-point agreement with Henry, abstain from sex until the exams are over. Henry flatly refused at first, but when he saw that I was serious and spent every day in the sea of books, he had nothing to say and just sat obediently beside me to study together. Of course, we still had intimate contact, like kissing and hugging, which could also be regarded as a kind of encouragement. Just like this, we got through the exam month. One by one, the classmates packed their luggage with beaming smiles to spend the summer vacation. Naturally, I was no exception. However, this summer vacation, I'm not going home. Instead, I'm going to intern at Icheng. Icheng is a well-known internet company in the industry. Their company sponsored the computer programming competition we participated in this semester. I won an honorable mention in the competition and was invited by them to intern. I think it's a great learning opportunity, so I didn't refuse. At that time, I also thought that Yicheng was close to the school and I could apply to stay at school during the vacation. That was the original plan. Unexpectedly, I mentioned this to Henry a week ago and he told me to just stay in his apartment. He said he wasn't going home for the summer either. So, as soon as I put down my luggage in the apartment, I was pinned down on his bed by my boyfriend and had a great time. Since we had abstained from sex for a long time, we were both extremely excited this time. We did it for 3 days and 2 nights until I was completely exhausted and then I begged Henry to stop. By the way, why did you refuse the internship invitation from Condor? It's Condor. I sat on Henry's lap and opened my mouth to bite the grape he fed me. Henry also participated in that competition. As expected, he won the first prize and received an internship invitation from Condor Technology, a top-notch internet company in the country. At that time, we all thought Henry would definitely go, but unexpectedly when I talked to him about it just now, this guy Henry actually said he wouldn't go. I'm making an app. It's almost finished. I want to use the summer vacation to improve it. Henry said calmly. I was shocked. Wow. You have What kind of app is it? Henry smiled, then he seriously introduced the software he made to me and even took out his computer to show me the current results. I was really stunned. The more I looked, the more I thought Henry was really amazing. We're both computer science undergraduates. Why didn't I think of it? This is so amazing. Did you do all this by yourself? I exclaimed. Henry nodded and said, yes, I've done it all by myself so far, but later I definitely need to find someone to cooperate with. Samuel, do you want to join? Can I do it? I said excitedly. Henry affirmed, of course you can. Well, I should have skipped the internship and joined you in developing the software right away. I said regretfully. Henry said, it's okay. There must be some benefits to going for an internship. What benefits? I asked. Henry pinched my cheek and said to experience the harshness of society in advance. Thanks to Henry, the prophet. During the subsequent internship, I really suffered a series of beatings from society. Although I had complaints, I learned a lot from it and accumulated quite a bit of experience. Besides working hard on software in front of the computer, Henry also takes care of my 3 meals a day. At night, he will accompany me to exercise, trying out all kinds of postures. The exercise can take place in the bedroom, the kitchen, the living room, or the bathroom. He really makes full use of all kinds of spaces. I can't take it anymore. Let's do it only once a week from now on. I gasped and proposed to Henry right after the intense exercise. Henry, who was wiping my body, was directly stunned. After a while, he finally said, why? Samuel, did I do something wrong? I originally wanted to say that the exercise volume was too large and I couldn't bear it. But then I thought of the suggestions from netizens under that post. So I changed my tone and said to Henry in a soft and coquettish voice, is it okay? Just once a week, okay? Brother Henry. After saying that, I also blinked at him. Henry really had no resistance to my coquetry. He immediately intensified the exercise on my body and was even more vigorous than before. Although we haven't discussed how often we should do it when I have a heavy workload, Henry will never force me. Moreover, he will help me share the pressure. Every time he steps in, the work efficiency is extremely high. Just like this, when half of the summer vacation had passed, a major event happened between us. That is, I met his parents. It all started on a weekend morning. I was sitting on Henry's lap watching TV. Just as the plot was reaching its climax, Henry's mother suddenly paid a visit. As soon as she came in, she saw me sitting on her son's lap. I don't want to recall how embarrassing that was. The only thing to be grateful for was that we were dressed. At first, I wanted to pretend to be just an ordinary classmate who came to visit her son during the summer vacation. Well, an ordinary classmate who would sit on the other person's lap. But unexpectedly, this guy Henry blurted out, Mom, this is my boyfriend. Before I could fully recover from the shock of Henry's actions, his mother said, you're Samuel, right? You're even better looking than in the photos. Auntie, what photos? I asked in a daze. Later, through Mom Wen's very enthusiastic explanation, I found out that this guy Henry had actually hidden a lot of my photos in his bedroom, which were discovered by Mom Wen when she was cleaning. I'm really done with this lovesick fool. Fortunately, Mom Wen was reasonable and quickly accepted the fact. Because of this, the lines I had prepared couldn't be used, like, Auntie, I really love your son. Auntie, I don't want money. I only want Henry. "Auntie, I'm pregnant with Henry's child," and so on. Mom Wen only stayed for one day. She left after dinner at the apartment, saying that she originally just wanted to see her son who didn't go home during the summer vacation but unexpectedly had a new surprise. She also told me that their family lived in City A and invited me to visit when I was free. She was very enthusiastic, which was completely different from Henry's personality. After seeing off Mom Wen, I felt a bit conflicted inside because I hadn't figured out how to come out as gay to my family. After all, I had become gay so suddenly. Before meeting Mom Wen, I had never even thought about it. "Samuel, don't think too much. There's no need to rush to come out as gay. I've already talked to my family about it, so it's no big deal for me. You're different. We've just started dating, and there will be many opportunities in the future." Henry's gentle words rang in my ear. I looked up at him. Somehow, his words gave me enough sense of security and instantly filled me with the courage to face the future. So, I smiled at him and said, "Well, okay." After the internship ended, there were still 5 days of vacation and Henry's software had made new progress and entered the testing phase. I even downloaded and played it. So, taking advantage of the free time, Henry and I went to the seaside. We waited for the sunrise and watched the sunset by the sea, kissed under the fireworks, and felt each other's warmth in front of the French windows. We left a lot of wonderful memories here. When we got back to school, we were a bit unaccustomed. Henry proposed to move out more than once. At first, I didn't agree until that incident happened. That day was the first gathering of our club after the start of the new semester. Everyone was a bit excited and got drunk. Naturally, I also drank a lot. After Henry sent me, who was half drunk, back to the dormitory, seeing that the other roommates weren't back yet, I let myself go. Usually, Henry and I would act normal in front of others, but now that there was no one around, I leaned on Henry under the influence of alcohol. Unexpectedly, there was actually someone else in the dormitory at that time. That guy, Jacob, literally jumped up from the bed and said 2 words in shock, "Damn it." I was also terribly frightened and almost fainted. After that, I wanted to move out right away. Although Henry said that Jacob promised to keep it a secret and told me not to worry. But look, it's so embarrassing. I really can't stay in this dorm anymore. When we told the other roommates that we were going to move out, everyone showed their reluctance. Especially William, who even said he wanted to move out with me. Finally, after exchanging glances with Henry, we told them that we were in a relationship. Jacob already knew, but in order to play the part well, he just blurted out, "This is just unbelievable. I feel his actions are very poor." John pinched his chin and said meaningfully, "You actually said it out. In fact, I accidentally saw you kissing in the bathroom before. I knew it at that time. Well, I wish you happiness." Sure enough, moving out is the right decision. As for the remaining William, he burst into tears. Looking so pitiful, I quickly asked him why he was crying. As a result, he said aggrievedly, "Woo, I'm heartbroken." William sniffed and said again, "Samuel, if things don't work out with Henry in the future, don't forget about me." Before I could react, Henry stepped in front of me and said, "We won't break up. Stop having such thoughts." As for me, I was completely stunned. Oh my God, why are there so many gay guys in this dormitory? Nevertheless, all of us had a harmonious meal the next day. It was already past 8 o'clock in the evening after the meal. Henry and I went back to the dormitory first to pack our things. To be honest, I was a bit reluctant to leave the dormitory where I had lived for a year. I looked at the desktop computer on the table. When I first moved in, it was Henry and Jacob who helped me carry it up. Looking at the cartoon figurine next to the computer, which was given to me by William because he got a duplicate from a blind box draw. There are also many other things, all happy memories in the dorm. Forget it, stop thinking about it. It's better to take out the clothes and pack them up. Unexpectedly, when I opened the cabinet door, it suddenly went pitch black around me. Then there were ghostly wails in the whole dormitory building. Oh no, why is there a power outage again? I complained inwardly and thought about quickly finding my phone. However, instead of finding my phone, my hand was touched by someone. Oh wait, this plot seems so familiar. "Samuel, it's me." Henry's voice came into my ears. I turned around and a figure appeared in front of me. Just as I was about to say, "I know it's you," to him, my lips were kissed. Well, this plot is the same too. The difference is that this kiss wasn't as messy as the last time. Instead of pushing him away, I wrapped my arms around his neck and deepened the kiss. During the kiss, I could hear Henry's heartbeat, which was still as fast as last time, thumping. But this time, my heartbeat was just as fast as his, so fast that it felt like it was about to jump out. However, it's so dark. Why can Henry always find my lips accurately every time? Can his eyes be switched to night mode? Forget it. I'll ask him after we finish kissing.